Hello, it's Paranormal Fantasy here, and today we're going to be analysing the main theme of Paranormasighт, the 7 Mysteries of Honjo. Now, I've listened to this song before and actually did a song analysis of it live stream on the Twitch, which you can see the link to down below, but we're going to be deep diving into this one and breaking it down as we listen to it together. I don't really know much about the game besides the occasional small glimpses of gameplay I saw while other people have been streaming it, but today we're going to be doing it a bit more of a breakdown and analysis of the entire thing, and I'm really curious to see what we discover as we kind of listen to this. We are going to perhaps discover the 7 mysteries of Honjo while listening to this track. I'm Corey, I'm a music composer, and yeah, let's get straight to it. Can I just say to start with, I love 6/4. The time signature here, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've been composing for an original game recently, and one of the references, in fact a couple of them, were tracks from Paranormasighт. And I noticed that instinctively, when I had to compose kind of more mysterious sounding tracks, they'd always be in 3/4 and 6/8. I don't know what it is about those time signatures that inherently just kind of feels a bit more mysterious when it's not so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Instead, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so far we have a bell-like instrument, which is, to me, sounds like it could be a few different things. It could be like a cross between a music box. It sounds a bit Celesta-like in a sense. It's a really nice sound, actually. I love the width as well, because effects-wise, it sets the tone for the game so well, I think, immediately from having seen a tiny parts of it, and also from hearing many other tracks from the game as well. Delay, reverb, absolutely throughout so far, and we're only 8 seconds in. If we can try and figure out the key... I think we are in D minor. But we'll see as it continues to progress. This sounds like the choir from Raincode. I think I might have mentioned this in the previous nurse. I think it's the same sample library used. If you've played Raincode or heard any of the music, have a listen to the main theme of Raincode, and I'm pretty certain the choir is exactly the same. In fact, let's see it for ourselves. Yeah, I'm pretty certain that's exactly the same sample library, interestingly. I've heard a few different composers use it, actually, in Japanese-made video games. Really interesting that they're all using a very similar tool. But so far, let's not ignore the fact that we have a lot going on now. We have basses, a lot of synths and pads and everything, kind of really creating that atmosphere, as well as the bells still, in addition to that choir. How could we forget the harpsichord as well? In fact... funnily enough, just in those 10 seconds, we actually have a key change. We originally started in D minor. But then when everything gets introduced, it's much clearer that we are actually in G minor. One interesting fun fact, actually, is that the main theme of Raincode is also in G minor, coincidentally. I love that entire section for so many reasons. It feels very kind of like, there's a sense of flow to the entire thing. I think there are two things that help massively. The choir kind of, their notes are progressing in very small increments. It sounded something like... rather than like a... or something ridiculous like that. It's kind of like, helps it kind of gently bring the listener through the mysteries of Honjo, in a sense. The other thing is the bass as well. It's not too upfront, it just helps to establish that chordal root note. So the bass, if we just go back to it, so it did A, and I'm going to go to a bass instrument for this. So it's actually descending chromatically, starting on the G. So it goes. I love that pulsatingness to it, kind of like, it feels like it's almost like gently guiding us through. It kind of really opens up the mix as well, actually, by being kind of subtle about it and not being too upfront. So we're now about to move into the next section, which I'm going to call section. It's kind of like a section C in a way, because the introduction... No, it's section B. So the introduction was the kind of bells. Then we have the choir introduced for section A, and now we're going to go into this new section, which I think is just the bells again. No, I take back what I said earlier on, actually. We are just in a standard 4/4. It's just the thing that makes it sound a little bit less like it's in common time is because of the movement of the bass and the bells. Because they're so syncopated, the da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da makes it naturally sound like it's not in 4/4, even though it is. So, we are in G minor. And I notice it's doing something which I'm also kind of going to call a bit of a trope of the mystery thriller genre, where you just occasionally, and in a way that's quite upfront, just introduce a chromatic note. In this case, it's things like... It's something that's actually used in a lot of the Raincoat and Danganronpa OSTs, actually. It's pretty much a staple. If you want to create mystery, just throw that in occasionally, a bit of a... I love what sounds like a ticking clock in the background. It's a really nice kind of percussion instrument to kind of keep the pace of the track. Also, I don't know if it has any relation to the story at all whatsoever. Maybe there's some element of time, perhaps. But even so, it's still just a nice stylistic device. I love the sound of that piano as well. Again, we still have that chromaticism. We changed key. The transition was to play a D, and then go up to an E flat. And now we are in A flat minor. I love those cellos. The cellos did a sort of a... I need to... We need to put our detective hats on and investigate. I'm curious if there was another key change just there. We sort of went to D minor, but then it ended on an F natural. That's really cool. It almost strikes me as being an F major because it sounds very major. I love the fact this is playing with our expectations quite a bit and just kind of like occasionally throwing us off course. It's very mysterious. I love that harpsichord phrasing. Unexpected goes out of the key. We're back in. Are we in B flat minor now? What? Let's listen to the bass because I feel like we've changed again. We've changed again to B flat minor. This is extraordinary. Guys, I hate to say it again, but we've changed key again. We've changed to C minor. Is the mystery of Honjo what the current key signature is? At this point, it's actually getting so fascinating because I love the fact that these changes that happen between the sections, not only in key but in instruments and phrasing, happen both suddenly, but you could also they're also kind of so sudden that you could miss it in a way. It's really interesting. Oh, okay. We have that repeat. I imagine this is the looped part, and we're just going to kind of get a cycle of everything that's already happened. But now we are back in G minor. Back in the first main key throughout this song before we had many changes. Wait. Did this happen at the beginning? Okay, I need to check this. It didn't! Guys! We've changed key again. Changed key. Yet again. We've changed to A flat minor again. We did change earlier, but not in that way, unless I'm referencing the wrong section. No, because the choir has gone. The choir doesn't come back. Oh, that's so cool. Piece of music, are we good? We're gonna change again. There's 1 second left. We're gonna change again, or is it good? Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. I love that ending, the kind of very climatic. Also kind of reminded me a bit of like a musical sort of thing. Or just generally what I'd expect to hear in like a... almost like a sort of fairy tale like horror film or something. And then the kind of dramatic string glissando, and then a kind of duh. My biggest complaint about this entire track is, why is this not more popular? Like, this is so cool. To me, this is a masterpiece in how to create tension, unpredictability, elements of discomfort, like how to just kind of be a bit like, you know what? I am gonna use like 4 or 5 key signatures, and what are you gonna pull me up on that? It's really impressive. The composer of this, who is the composer? We have Hidenori Iwasaki. I salute you for that absolute masterpiece. Incredible. I really enjoyed it, and I hope you did too if you were watching along, even if you've heard this before, even if you haven't as well. As always, let me know in the comments if you have any more suggestions. I should say, I find this really interesting that I have actually analysed this once before, as I mentioned at the beginning, on livestream, and I didn't notice all of these things before. It's amazing what happens on a second listen when you're kind of being a bit more thorough about it. But, as always, thanks for watching, and take care till the next one. Thank you. Farewell.